You are not just what happened to you, you're what you choose next.
Let's talk about how to own your narrative. Welcome to Reaching Out with Reach podcast, where we dive into the heart of prevention, recovery, and resilience. I'm Santana.
And I'm Wendy. Together, we're here to explore the stories, strategies, and insights that empower individuals and communities to make informed choices.
In these episodes, we'll bring you discussions and topics surrounding community, prevention, mental health, and recovery.
So whether you're a professional in the field, someone on a personal journey, or simply curious, we're glad you're here. Let's reach out, learn, and grow together.
Today, we're exploring a topic that's not just powerful, it's deeply personal. We're calling this one Rewiring Your Story from Survivor to Thriver.
Because so many of us have survived hard things, trauma, betrayal, burnout, heartbreak. But now we're ready to do more than just survive. We're ready to rewrite.
Let's start with something simple but deep. The language we use about ourselves shapes what we believe about ourselves. I mean, we're probably all guilty. Mm-hmm. If we constantly say things like, I'm broken, or I always mess up, our brains reinforce that identity, even if it's not the full truth.
Survivor language is powerful. It acknowledges what we've been through. But Thriver language, that's what opens the door to what we can become. It doesn't erase the pain, but it reframes your role. From the one that things happen to the one who chooses what happens next.
I used to tell myself, this always happens, or I expected this. That became a script in my head. And every time something went wrong, I say, I already knew. Like, I expected this. And, you just kind of settle with, this is how it is. So you're on the survivor language instead of thriver.
Mm-hmm. For me, I always thought that I had to do it alone because no one cares, or I would just be a burden. And that script made it hard for me to ask for help or trust anyone to show up.
Because I'm definitely like, I'll do it myself type person. I don't want to ask for help. Or you feel like nobody's going to be the perfectionist and do it the way that it should be done. So you're like, I'm just going to do it myself because I know I'll do it right.
Yes.
But then you're overloaded because then you're burning yourself out trying to do all of the things. But rewriting your story doesn't mean pretending those experiences didn't happen. It means choosing a new meaning.
So now I say I'm learning how to let people support me. That's the story I can build on.
Ooh, that's a good one. So what does it mean to thrive? It doesn't mean you're happy all the time or never struggling. It means you're living with intention even in the mess.
Say that last part again.
Even in the mess.
That's right. So thriving looks like owning your voice, creating safety within yourself, setting boundaries, choosing connection instead of fear, and celebrating progress, not perfection.
Oh, yes. We're working on it, working. Definitely can relate to a lot of those and definitely can take a lot for myself. And setting boundaries was one that I attended like a conference years ago, and she talked about the importance of setting boundaries and not letting people fill up your calendar. Because people will give you something to do because they feel like you don't have nothing to do. But even if I don't have anything to do, that's my choice to do.
That's right.
Nothing.
That's right.
That's my time. So taking your time back. You go from saying, why did this happen to me, to asking, what can I create from this? What's the lesson?
Yeah, that's the post-traumatic growth. Not ignoring the pain, but growing through it and letting it become fuel. Life is stressful. Let's take a couple of minutes for ourselves right now. I want you to take a deep breath with us. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Now ask yourself, what story have I been telling about who I am? And is it still serving me? What if you wrote a new line today? Try finishing this sentence. I am becoming the version of me that... Go ahead, finish the sentence in your head or in a journal. I am becoming the version of me that... You're doing great.
I'm becoming the version of me that God intended for me to be.
Oh, yeah.
So let's give you a few tools to start rewiring your story. Tool 1, name your old narrative. Write it out like a script. Where did it come from? Whose voice is it really?
That's a good one. Another tool is to reframe it. Ask, what else could be true? What does my healing say instead? So, something that I like to tell to some of the youth that I work with is to picture what you would tell your friend who is going through the same situation. A good example, and I'm taking this from one of my colleagues, but he said that if he went to show up for a presentation, and he forgot his laptop, he would say to himself, oh man, I'm so stupid for forgetting my laptop. But if it was my colleague and he forgot his laptop, I wouldn't say to him, you're so stupid for forgetting your laptop. No, I would say, hey, it's okay. I've been there. I forgot my laptop. You just make do with what you can. We need to work on how kind we are and be kinder to ourselves.
Yes, I agree. And learning how to pivot in life, like I think sometimes the things that you feel like are overly stretching you. Like I worked for, organization at a time, and there would be times I would show up because we had partners in what we did, and it may not be like it was supposed to be when I got there. So that meant what? You had to shift, you had to pivot. And so learning to pivot, but also in pivoting, talking to yourself, just being an encourager and saying, you know what? That's okay. Of course, you forgot your laptop today, but what else can you do? And just always having something in your toolbox just for those moments. Or even if you didn't forget your laptop, but you get there and it decides it doesn't want to work. Because, technology can be our, best friend or not so best friend.
Yep.
So, tool 3, speak it aloud. Share your story from a place of power, not just pain. Say, I went through this and I'm still rising.
The 4th tool is to create a thriver statement. Something like, I am more than what happened to me. I choose who I become. I am the offer now.
If no one's told you today, your story is not over. You're not stuck in the chapter you started in.
You're allowed to turn the page, to evolve, to rise from your own ashes, and write something new.
Like turn the page. Like just do it. You've got the pen now. Write something powerful.
Yeah, keep that pen in your hand. You're the author of your life, and that's a story worth reading.
We'll see you next time.
That's a wrap for today's episode of the Reaching Out with Reach podcast. We hope our discussion offered valuable insights and inspiration.
Remember, change begins with awareness and action. If you found today's conversation meaningful, please share it with others who might benefit.
Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast on your favorite platform so you never miss an episode.
And if you have topics you'd like us to cover or stories to share, find us on social media at Reach Counsel on Facebook or Reach_Counsel on Instagram to let us know.
Until next time, choose healthy, choose happy, and keep reaching out.